screen right. How's everybody doing today? All right, let me just see the live chat. I'll let everybody kind of come on. Looks like there needs to be some more light over here. All right. I'm a little bit shiny. There we are. Let's see what I have in here. While we're waiting for everybody to come on, this is a scheduled live. I hope you guys all are watching my community tabs page. That is where I'm going to be telling everybody where I am or when I'm going live. I am so shiny. Holy cow. I don't know if I have any powder in here, or it might just be shiny. Do you guys like my new background? It's coming together. I have to finish the flowers. Hi, Annette. Hi, Deb. How are you? I'm just trying to see if I have any powder in here, and I don't think I do. I'm a little shiny. I have, hi, ladies. How are you? I have my Josie Moran sunscreen on over my Bare Minerals foundation, and it gets this glowy. And in person, it's not really this glowy, but obviously on ring light, it's going to be a little more glowy. Thank you all so much for jumping on. Hey, Chrissy, I really appreciate you guys jumping on. If you guys, hi, Karen, how are you? If you guys aren't following the community tabs, the community page on my home screen of YouTube, that's where I am posting everywhere that, or the times that I'm going live. So hopefully you guys can catch me live. Hi, Robin. All right. How's everybody's day going? Where are we from? Thank you. I appreciate that. It's getting so long. I need like a haircut, but thank you. Where's everybody from? How's everybody's day going? You guys on lunch break or something like that? I'm trying to open this palette. That's what I'm doing right now. So on today, Canada, I love it. One of my best friends is from Quebec. I'm literally going to be using an eyeshadow to matte myself down a little bit here because I don't have a regular powder. That's a little bit better. Hi, Janice. How are you? Maine. Love it. All right. Well, I guess you know what? It's just we're going to be shiny today, and that's okay. I have glowy skin. In person, it doesn't look like this, but that's okay. That is okay. Virginia Beach, Tennessee. I love it. Perfect. Is Marie on? Marie, are you on? Doing great. Good. Headed to the lake. Oh, I'm so jealous. Miss you too. If you guys haven't seen my last live that I posted after this, go ahead and take a look at that and you will know the story. Do you guys like my new little background? Look at, I'm filling that all in. That's not done yet. I have more coming, but yeah. All right, Virginia, not more Virginia Beach. I love it. Okay, so today, as you can tell from the title of this, we're going to talk about Retin-A or tretinoin. And you're shining like, thank you. I know if you guys are just coming on, I'm pretty shiny. That's okay. That's healthy skin. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Retin-A, and I might ruffle some feathers with this. I'm going to be give you my complete and true and honest answer. It's what I tell all my clients. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for jumping on. I appreciate it. So basically we're going to talk about kind of the do's and don'ts of it, how to use it if you really want to, and my personal feelings on it. So feel free to ask any questions that you might have on the topic. I'm happy to answer questions during this live. All right, so many of us know that Retin-A is something that is pushed on social media a lot, as well as dermatologists. It's been around since 30s, 40s, 50s. It's been around for a long time. The formula hasn't changed a ton, but the research around the topic, it has changed, at light speed. So there are a lot of different brands, mainly more medical grade brands, and we'll talk about some options there, have come to really hone in on the technology, okay? And we'll get to all the questions here. So hold your questions just for a second. And I want to kind of give the basics of that, and then we can absolutely dive into this topic because I know it's a hot topic. All right, so basically it hasn't changed in a long time. And the reason why it's recommended and the reason why dermatologists push it so much, as well as other influencers and things like that, it is a exfoliant. So it is a different type of exfoliant. It does help with cell turnover. So it's great for textured skin, aging skin, fine lines, pigmented skin. It just overall is, thought to be this kind of holy grail that you use at night. It does come in different strengths, and most people can use the least amount of strength, 0.25. There's some other different ones. But a lot of us, when we get up to the higher percentages, can't handle Retin-A. And a lot of people experience flaking, just cannot stop, the skin cannot stop flaking, right? Let me know if you guys are kind of in that boat where you literally cannot, your skin cannot stop flaking from Retin-A. I know a lot of people are in that boat. I love you guys talking back and forth. I love this community that we built. Yes, Rebecca. So a lot of other people, even if they don't get the flakiness, they literally have sensitivity from it. It sensitizes the skin, so the skin is consistently red. Makeup can't go over it. It's consistently irritated. And that is some of the drawbacks of Retin-A or tretinoin. Retin-A is the name brand, so tretinoin is the actual product or the ingredients. There's a lot of ingredients that go in to make up tretinoin. And basically, there's a lot of different companies now that sell it. So for example, like Curology and companies like that. Okay, awesome. So, and again, a lot of people can handle this. And the best way to use this is to really integrate it very, very slowly. I wouldn't necessarily put it full strength on the neck. So you want to, because the neck area is very sensitive. It's very thin. So you want to dilute it. So you want to put it in a little bit of moisturizer. And that's actually what I really recommend for actually the whole face as you're starting Retin-A. So you want to put a little bit, great. Thank you, Chrissy, for giving a UK suggestion. Appreciate that. So that's how people should start it out. So you put a little bit into a moisturizer and put it on the skin, and you decrease the moisturizer over time. So you get more strength of the Retin-A. And once you're able to handle that, you can go up to a different strength in the Retin-A or tretinoin, and then you continue to do the same thing. You hope to use Tret basically every night. That's really the best practices when we're talking about tretinoin. And so you really want to build up to every night or at least every other night if you're going to be using something with exfoliation like a traditional acid or something like that. There's not a lot that goes very well or that plays very well with Tret. It's really supposed to be used on its own. It really should be as close to the skin as possible. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you like wash your skin, you might put on a little bit of an essence, let that completely set in, put your Tret on, and then let that completely soak in. And so it's kind of a process. And if you want to put a moisturizer on over Tret, you really need to make sure that you allow it to soak completely in, because you don't really want to dilute the Tret if you can handle it, okay? So, does anybody have any questions on how to use it? I really honestly am going to talk about, I really wanted to do this video because I want to talk about my personal opinions on it. I'm not trying to get people to go out and use it. That's not what I'm here for. I actually have a different philosophy than most people, so you can take it with a grain of salt, take what you like, what works for you, and leave the rest. But I know a lot of people do use it, and if you have any questions on how to properly use it, please let me know, and I'd be happy to address that for you guys. Because it can be a little, time consuming, and it can be a little trial and error. Now, my personal feelings are that the formula hasn't changed, like I said in the beginning, for a very long time, and it's really kind of antiquated. It has usually a lot of stuff in it that really is unnecessary to make it work. It can be extremely harsh on the skin, and a lot of people honestly just continue to flake their whole time using this. Now, again, there are going to be people that jump on and say, "Well, I'm fine. I use it. Da, 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 it's totally fine." But if you are the majority, which it is the majority of people, so Robin, you might want to watch the replay, and I kind of walked through how to properly use that and how to introduce it into your skin. But a lot of people can't use this. A majority of people can't use this. Now you have to remember, I have a skin clinic called Hardware Beauty Skin. I see clients every day, all day. I'm not just on here. I literally am a skincare professional. Most of my patients can't handle it. Okay, there are a few that can, and that's totally fine, but most people can't handle it. Your skin, it should not be flaking consistently. Yes, maybe whenever you go, you know, up in a, in a little bit of the formulation, yes, it can absolutely flake. Maybe you're using it too often, yes. But if you are built up a tolerance, we're talking several months to, however long you've been using it and you're still flaking, that is your skin telling you, whoa, this is way too much. It's way too much for my skin. And it's time to try something else. Now, honestly, this is kind of newish to the market over the past, I'd say 10 to 15 years. Before that, there really wasn't anything that spectacular that would rival tretinoin. There really wasn't. The technology wasn't there, you know what I mean? That type of a thing. Hi, Gabby. So it's just like nowadays we have such the ability, or the, I guess we have the ability to find different things that will work for us, that will not give us the, the flaking and the sensitivity on the skin. Because listen, healthy skin should not be irritated all the time. Okay. It really shouldn't. And what's happening is you're damaging your barrier function, which we talked a lot about on this channel. And when we damage our barrier function for a prolonged time, it can lead to our skin being in quite bad shape and almost irreversible sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. It can add to premature aging. It can add to just having sensitive skin, just in general. That's just not how it's supposed to be. So I urge people to look in different directions. If that is you that can handle this, then amazing. I'm happy for you, and I'm glad. I'm sure it's working. I'm sure you're seeing great results. But if it's not working for you, like it did not work for me, I was way too sensitive, and I can handle chemical peels. I can handle a lot of stuff, but using that even a couple times a week just was not working for me. And so we are now in a different age of time where we have different options. Now, I will say this, if you are super, 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 super sensitive, like rosacea, that is just flare-ups all the time, et cetera, et cetera, you might not be able to use a medical grade retinol, i.e. either or tretinoin for sure. And some of the more over-the-counter and the plant-based ones like bakuchiol from Biossance or Herbivore or something like that might be a better option for you. You're still getting a few of the benefits of vitamin A, but you can also handle those formulas. But if you want a little bit of a boost, I would highly recommend checking out more medical grade products. Now, for me, I don't consider like Murad, Dr. Dennis Gross really. I mean, his eye cream though, his eye serum, his ferulic and retinol eye serum is bomb. It's to die for. But that is a little more of a sensitive area. And yes, exactly. Now, Deborah, I love that you can handle May Love, because that is fantastic. So what I tell my people is this: I 100% of the time start them out with Stargazer from May Love. I don't get anything from saying that. I just love the company and I love their formulation. And the reason why I say that is because May Love uses retinaldehyde, just like Osmosis, just like Truth Treatments, and just like a lot of other companies. Well, not a lot, but many. I like retinaldehyde is because it only has one conversion in the skin. So the skin has to convert whatever form of retinol you're using into retinoic acid. And tretinoin is retinoic acid, so there's no conversion there. That's why it's also super harsh on the skin. So when you're using just like a traditional retinol over the counter, like even from a drugstore or just like a regular brand, it has to convert 2 times, and then that loses its strength over its time. I hope I'm making sense. And that's why I love companies that use retinaldehyde in a really great delivery system. So, i.e., I start my people on Maylove for the Stargazer. And as long as they're good, using it every single night, building up very, very slow, 1 time a week, and then the next week, 2 times a week, and then 3 times a week, you know what I'm saying? And that takes about 3 months to do that. As long as they're good and they're feeling really good, there's no sensitivity, there's no nothing like that. Then I bump them up to Moonlight, which is also from Maylove. That is their stronger retinol. And then we use that for several months. Make sure they feel really good, make sure there's no sensitivity, make sure there's no flaking, etc. And now if there is flaking, we'll keep them there and we'll monitor it. And if there is still flaking after a couple of months, we'll drop them down to maybe 3 to 4 times a week. And then from there, I take them through the scale of osmosis or truth treatments. Those are really honestly my favorite. I use Renew every single night. That is the one that works for me. And then I also have the Truth Treatments, his brand new one, his high strength retinol that is almost equally to a prescription strength retinol. Honestly, you guys, it is so beautiful. And the delivery system of retinaldehyde in these companies is superior. So the delivery system means this. Basically, what they do is they take the retinaldehyde. Bye, Nelson. Have a great rest of your day. Hope to catch you on the replay. They take the retinaldehyde molecule and ingredients. They encompass it into a delivery system, which basically is a delivery system which delivers it into the skin. And Maylove, Osmosis, Truth Treatments, they encompass it into something called a lipid. So it's fat soluble, which your skin can take in. And so whenever we're doing that, you want that delivery system to be solid, because if it's not going in and it's not doing what it needs to do. So that's why I love these companies, because they have great delivery systems through their in their product that actually does what you're supposed to do whenever you are, using a retinol. So like I was saying, for my clients, I start them off on Stargazer, then Moonlight, then I go to Correct from Osmosis, then I go to Renew from Osmosis. And if any of you guys know, I have a code on Skin Beautiful RX. It's Elle22. And that will give you 22% off on Skin Beautiful RX. I get a small fee from it. It's very small. But if you want to save $22%, go ahead and look and get that code from there. But then I will integrate the Truth Treatments retinol a couple times a week. What do you think of the company Crude? Right now is mainly serums. I haven't looked into it, Susan, but email me and I will, I'll look into it. That'd be great. So then we incorporate the Truth Treatments brand new retinol just a couple times a week with the osmosis. Now I understand that can be pricey, but if we're talking about regular Retin-A or tretinoin, it's equally as expensive. And so why not use something that's not going to harm your barrier function? It's going to have a little bit, I don't like the word clean ingredients, but it has like a smaller ingredient list. And usually they have different products in there as well, some ceramides, peptides. So it's buffered a little bit. I hope that makes sense. It's buffered. And that's what we do. And we get just as good of results as your traditional prescription Retin-A or tretinoin. Or go with a company like Curology, something like that, where they will put tretinoin in a formula, but they will buffer it with all this other stuff so that you don't get that flaking, okay? So those are kind of my thoughts on Retin-A and tretinoin. I know they're not very popular. I know that a lot of people like their Tretin. If you do, go for it. I am so happy that it's working for you, and that's great. But if you're looking for an alternative, try the My Little kind of step method and see if that works for you, and see if that starts giving the results that you want. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. Deb, how she's 30 and has very sensitive skin. That's great, Deb. Go ahead and email me. I'd love to look into it. I'd rather use natural than pharmaceutical anyway. Perfect, Rebecca. Whatever feels right to you, for sure. Not one is better than the other. It's just how I personally feel about skin health. Especially as we age, you've got to start really considering that your skin, obviously, as we've always known, but we now start to kind of believe it a little bit more as we get older, is our body. It's our biggest, largest organ, and we got to treat it with a little bit of kindness, a little bit of gentleness. We can't just go full ham all the time. It's that's a little much. So I hope that explanation helps you guys. Let me know what questions you have on this topic. I would be happy to go into more explanation. That's why we do live, so we can chit chat. I'm gonna have a little Diet Coke. This is all the Diet Coke that I drink in a day. I've gone down to like from many, many cans to this. I feel so much better. What do you think about Geek and Gorgeous retinol? Now, I'd have to look into the type of retinol it is, because if it's retinaldehyde, and then I have to look at the delivery system. That's really important. How long do you suggest waiting to apply moisturizer after Tret? I make sure it is completely soaked in. I would say several hours. So she said, so I want to say a perfect example. Sorry, one second. Can't stand it anymore. Says, I love my Tret. It was horrendous at first, but I'm acclimated now and just keeps getting better after 4 years so far. Okay, awesome. I love that. So you see that there are people that can handle it, but it took her 4 years. So, and I'm so happy for you that you were able to do that, but 4 years to get acclimated to this. So, and of course I would understand that it was increasing dosage and all of that good stuff. So, bakuchiol is the natural version of vitamin A, and retinol, or the more it's naturally occurring. Retinol is made. So one's like quote unquote natural, the other one is made. Good for you, dropping down, trying, yeah. Hi, I'm so glad you're back. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Any advice for teenage acne and where to start? Yes, first of all, they need to go see a esthetician. That is something they need to have often. And making sure that they're washing their face, that's the biggest thing. I have seen a huge change in teenagers' skin if they're not washing their face properly. And then starting them on a like a salicylic, glycolic, mostly salicylic acid toner, and a good moisturizer and SPF. Yes, thank you so much. So whenever we're talking about May Love, somebody asked what I was suggesting, and I suggest starting with Stargazer. Make sure you're cool, use that whole bottle up. After you're done with that one, you go to Moonlight, correct by osmosis, renew by osmosis, and then at the very end, you can throw in Truth Treatment's brand new retinol. I use Tret, and sorry, Chrissy. And I'm thinking of changing to less harsh treatment. I'm so glad that this was helpful, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Adapalene, Tamara, look into some of the side effects from adapalene for teens. Do your own research. I'm assuming that you're the mom, so I'll just give you from a mom to mom advice. I wouldn't put my daughter on adapalene. But look at this, look, do your own research. Unless they are cystic and it's really bad and probably should be seen by a dermatologist because it might be bacterial, I wouldn't. I don't have a code anymore, Janice. Thank you for asking though. Do you use all three eventually? Nope. So Robin, when you're done with one, you start on a different one and you don't use that one anymore. So if you're starting on Stargazer and you go through that bottle, you don't use that one anymore. You then start on Moonlight. And then you go through Moonlight and use it as long as you want. And then when you want to see more results, you stop with that one. You go to Correct from osmosis. Does that make sense? Good questions, you guys. I love this format. This is so awesome. It's so helpful. And I feel like I really get to answer those questions when they're kind of burning in your mind. Yes. Let's see if I missed any more. And again, I will be posting when I'm going live on my community tabs on my main page on YouTube, so you can see. I've heard such great things about Truth Treatments. His retinols are beautiful. And you got to start slow again. This is a whole thing. The slowness of introducing retinol is so, so important. You don't need to go ham. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Can I use my LED mask? Yes, you absolutely can, Chrissy. You can use your LED light mask before your retinol, or your, I mean, yeah, any retinol. Kathy, go ahead and place it again, sweetheart, because it might have been too far back. I'm happy to keep answering some questions for you guys. Let me know, Kathy. Thank you, Jessica. She's doing fantastic, you guys. Thank you so much for asking. I've been loving the May Love due to recommendations on Moonlight for months now. So interested? Yes. So go over to, thank you, Beth. So go over to Skin Beautiful RX and you're going to look at Osmosis and you're going to look at Correct. That's where we're first going to start. You need to mix it either with their spray or with the essence that you're using, okay? So it needs to be thinned out because it is a highly concentrated product and you only need a half a pump of any of the Osmosis, Truth Treatments, Neogenesis, any of those products because they're medical grade. So you only need a little half a pump on that. And if you guys have more personalized questions, I do virtual one-on-ones. You can go to my website, which is elleleary.com or hardwarebeauty.com, and you can just book it from there. And I'm happy to have a virtual one-on-one to talk to you about anything. Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate it. LEDs make great differences in my texture. Yes, can't stand it anymore. I love it. This is a great example of somebody being really consistent about their skincare routine. I love it. Somebody asked me a question about Josie Moran's retinol. It's plant-based. So it's bakuchiol based. So it's fine. It's great. But it's very gentle. So if you're wanting to see more results, you're going to have to try something else. But I do love Josie Moran's products. You know that. I love her vitamin C, her lactic. I just love her. Can you later add the links to product recommendations? Yes, as soon as we're off here and it uploads, it takes like an hour or so to upload. I will add links to the products I'm talking about. You got it. Are you familiar with the It Cosmetics Retinol Serum? Yes. So Kathy, the problem is with like It Cosmetics, Murad, Peter Thomas Roth, they're not retinaldehyde. So retinaldehyde is only one transition to retinoic acid in the skin. So it's stronger. So you're gonna get more benefits from it. And usually It Cosmetics products have fragrance in them, and unneeded ingredients. So my personal preference is to go through May Love and then the kind of train I just talked you through. Okay, Gabby, this is a great question. Can I use hyaluronic acid serums on retinol nights? Now, yes, of course you can. It would be a great way to buffer it, but you're not getting the effects that you're really going to get from your retinol or your tret if you're going to buffer it. So what my nights look like when almost every single night that I use my retinol, my Renew from Osmosis, is I wash, I use my essence, which I put my retinol in, and my rescue, which is the oxygenated formula. I work that into the skin. I do put a little stem factor on after, and then I go into my moisturizer and eye cream. You know what? I don't know if they are available in Europe. I'm trying to think what also would be another suggestion. What you could do is you could start with Calm from Osmosis instead of the May Love. That would be a good alternative if they're not. Oh, Deborah, the Josie Moran milk is to die for. Wonderful. Yes, Chrissy, all my lives will be staying up. If you guys are just kind of joining me and didn't see my last video, this is the easiest format for me right now with what's happening with my family. I don't have a ton of time to go back and edit videos at this time, so I will absolutely keep this up. No problem. I just got Retin-A 0.1. Is it okay to put it directly on sunspots on face? Yes, you can. Do you think it's better to use, or is there a difference? Yeah, there absolutely is a difference, Paulette, absolutely, in strength. So it's going to be stronger. Where do you purchase May Love? And I don't have any coupons, Karen. I wish I did, but it's just maylove.com. maylove.com. And again, I will post everything in the description box at the end. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate that. So sorry, sending you big hugs. Hey, Janice. There's one of my skincare clients and friends. How are you? Yeah. So, and the other thing, I would love to actually hear from you guys when we're using just great skincare and we're being very consistent. What do you think is one of the most important things to use consistently and reapply when you're doing this type of routine throughout the day? What is that one thing we cannot forget? Thank you so much. Can't stand anymore. I really appreciate it. Yes, Rebecca. Rebecca. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so a lot of people just neglect sunscreen in life. And when you're using good products and you're being consistent, you have got to use sunscreen and reapply. I mean, it's just really important because what's happening is that you're using such great skincare, you're doing such a great routine, and your skin is like fresh new skin all the time, and it's glowy and supple, but it's also very susceptible to sun damage. So like, I'm a big proponent of hats. I have a large collection. I wear them all the time. People are like, oh, she's wearing another hat. Yeah, because to protect the skin, right? Right. Awesome. Okay. Is 40 grams Jensen brand from Mexico, $50 sound about right? You know, I don't know, to be honest with you. I've never bought Tret in Mexico. So maybe somebody that has can, chime in on that for you. Awesome. Instant dryness and flaking around the mouth, better to mix with moisturizer or use after. Exactly. Focus on solutions. That's exactly right. So either or, mix it or put it on after or use a different type. The ones I suggested earlier. I know, Sherry, I totally know, but regular Tret is so expensive as well. And the new Truth Treatment's one you don't use every day. It's only a couple times a week. So that's going to last you for months. So just, yeah. Kind of get what you pay for on the retinol's front. Thank you so much, Beth Ann. Appreciate that. I ordered 3 different SPF. Ha! A girl after my own heart. Yes, her sunscreen's beautiful as well. Yes. Sunless tanner you recommend or use? I actually do professional spray tanning where I am, so I don't necessarily use a body tanning thing. What am I trying to say? But yes. Which one did I like? It's called Paradise something. Paradise Isles, I think I got it from Sephora. I really liked it. But also like the one from Soleil Tan is fine too. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, the Tret from Mexico is totally legit. I just didn't know if the price was. I think she was asking if the price was good. I'm not sure. What's a non-greasy sunscreen for the top of my husband's head that has very little hair? He doesn't want beast hair. Ha! Lynn, you are hilarious. I love one of my favorite go-to sunscreens is from I just used it today on a client. Come on, Elle. I want to say Revisions, but it's not. Rejuvis. It's the one I talk about all the time. It's probably my favorite sunscreen for men. Rejuvis. You can search my channel. I did a couple videos on it. Okay, Gabby, thanks so much. Hashtag Elle Squad. Love it. Thank you. Can't stand. Yeah, that's right. Amazing. And if you guys ever want to follow along with my skincare business, I'm on Instagram it's just Hardware Beauty. And that's where I post a lot of my facials and my tanning and just a lot of stuff. And so I would love for you guys to follow me there, even if you don't live here. Maybe you have people in Colorado that live here and you can share that with them. But it's Hardware Beauty on Instagram. Oh, Sherry, you're so cute. She says, can you please come back to LA? If you guys don't know, I'm from California. Yes. Oh, look at Beth Ann is watching the replay. I can tell. Price is way cheaper. Last time it's about 30. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for giving her that information. I really appreciate that. Meant greasy. I like the other way better. But yes, Rejuvis, and it's just how it spells. It's how it sounds. It's Rejuvis. Yes. Wonderful. I can't believe we've been on here for 34 minutes. Man, it just goes by like a dream. Any last minute questions before I pop off and just make sure that everybody can watch the replay and it's not so long? Color science. Oh, yes. Color Science is great. They actually, thank you, Sherry, for reminding me. They actually have a powder that you can use, and that's really good. But using a powder, you have to reapply more because sometimes it misses like places. But yes, it's very, very good. Road trip to Colorado. Yes, Deb. I love it. Yes, and Color Science powder is what I use to touch up throughout the day when I'm, out. Oh, Janice, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate it, Deborah. Started using Tret after using Different for a long time. Yep, had peeling first, but now CeraVe. Good, good, good. I'm glad you found something that works for you. Hold on. Love Josie Moran's new SPF, but what do you recommend to reapply? Yes. So Kathy, I use the Color Science powder. It's amazing. There are a few sprays. Just make sure they don't have alcohol in them. Did you guys see my new tattoo? Can you guys read it? Is it right for you guys? It says gray. What is a good sunscreen for the eye area? There is Supergoop makes a fantastic one for the eye area, but the sunscreen from Osmosis and Rejuvis you can use around your eyes. It does not bother them. I reapply sunscreen every 3 hours. Love you so much. I really appreciate it. Can't stand it anymore. Let me know what your name is so I can call you by your name. Colorado is my happy place. Oh, I love that. Have a great day. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Jessica. I appreciate it. It says gray. It says gray. Yep. That's my daughter. All right. Well, I think I'll go ahead and head out for the day. Oh, sorry if you wanted to see it. It says gray. It's a little fine line. 'Cause she's the best. I'm gonna head out for the day. If you guys don't, oh, Denise, I love it. And somebody write down the products that she named, the same percentage of retinol. Okay, great. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all of the products in the description box after this is over, and you can look at those and they will be on there for you. Yeah. But it takes like 2 hours for this to upload. You should do a tattoo in her handwriting. Oh, that would be so cute. Yes, I actually have thought about doing, she writes my name really cute, not my name, but mom really cute. So I have actually thought about doing that as well. Absolutely. I need to get one of my hand tattoos touched up. So I was thinking about, getting that done as well. Thank you so much, Sherry. I really appreciate it. It does help my channel a lot when you hit the like button and all that good stuff and share it. I really appreciate it. Yay. Thank you, Chrissy. I really appreciate you guys. All right. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I really appreciate you guys spending as part of your day with me. It means a lot. I feel a lot of gratitude for this channel and for this community that we all have built. I do hope you all have an amazing Easter if you celebrate it. If not, have a bomb weekend. Do something for yourself. Go outside if you can. If it's not snowing, walk on the grass. Ground yourself. Have just a great weekend and do something for yourself that makes you feel good because you deserve it and you're worth it. You're worth it. And I love you all so, 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 so much. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.